Hi friends. Today I want to discuss a special topic. Um Deportation, what it is and the reasons for it and how does it affect mental health. Right. So deportation is the official removal of a non-citizen from a country, typically due to violation of immigration laws or other reasons deemed by the government to be grounds for expulsion. And this is basically from the internet. Um, Reasons for deportation: criminal activities, and that varies, overstaying visas or permits, entering a country without proper documents, using forged documents, failure to comply with visa requirements, other violations of immigration laws. So there are multiple reasons for deportation, right? So I want to quickly get into how does it affect the mental health, right? So, mind you, you have your family overseas, you're living life, you're doing what you're doing, and then you do something or, things don't work out and you get deported. Um, you have a family, you're building your business, you have your family, and all of that, comes to an end because you now have to leave everything you once knew, everything you once loved, and go back to where you're from. And it not only affects the person that is deported, it affects the people who are, who they are leaving behind, basically. Um, so it's not just one person being affected by this thing. The problem is, why did the person get deported in the first place? Were they not living within their means? Were they not doing the right thing and following protocols, following rules, there are many things to consider, but we're focusing on the mental health part of it. No, this can cause a person to be depressed and have suicidal thoughts, and it can make people go in revenge mode, like, and pick on other people instead of dealing with whatever issues they have. They basically lash out at other people. Some people live in denial, like, the whole shock of being, your whole world tumbling before you, and you have to go back to nothing, leaving everything you knew, right? So it not only affects the person, their family, and their business, but it also affects the people who they're coming to probably live with or stay with or live amongst, basically. I've had first-hand experience living among or living with, I would say, somebody who had been deported, right? And it's not a pretty experience. I mean, the need for companionship, the need for friendship, the need to feel validated, because it really does break you. And this person basically walks around trying to make friends with everybody because they feel, lonely, because the world that they once knew is no longer, so they basically go around making friends with every and anybody that will listen, and anybody that would, care to take time out of their day for them. Then, there's a part where this person basically looks at other families and, remembers what he had, and become jealous of, families who are happy, and, not considering that when he was over there living his life doing what he was doing, everybody else was still happy or probably going through their own struggles. But now that he's seeing other people, with their family being happy and enjoying life, it basically makes him, jealous, and I guess emotional, and probably further in depression, because this is what he once had, and he doesn't have it anymore. So it basically breeds jealousy and probably hate. the fact that your wife is not here, and you probably need physical attention, you need someone to hold, someone to listen to when they're not there, while you're watching others just living their life and be happy. You're just there like with regret, like what could you have done better? And so I would love to have this conversation, um as like a discussion with other persons to have their input, and we discuss these things, because it's a lot to really think about and to even talk about. And even that little story, I would like to expound on it, and speak more, because it's a long one, and I'm pretty sure many people would love to hear this story. But